Hello, welcome to Dry Creek Beekeeping. So today I'm going to be looking at the Alpha Hive, this one, and as you may remember, 2 weeks ago I put the second honey super on this hive, so I cannot wait to see how they're doing. Alright. I honestly can't wait to see what they've been doing in the past 2 weeks. I really hope that they've made a lot of progress. And first indications here, you can see there's not many bees up here, meaning that they probably haven't been in this top super that much, but that's fine. If they haven't really done anything in this top super, that's perfectly okay, because I wouldn't really expect them to focus too much on this one anyway, with the lower super still not having been capped 2 weeks ago. And yep, it looks just about how I expected, which, you know, it's not bad. It's just they haven't really filled out these frames. Yeah, they haven't really done anything here. Again, this is perfectly fine, and honestly is kind of expected. So I'm going to take this top one off, and we can check out how the lower one is doing. All right. Now this looks good. This looks amazing. This is a very, very heavy frame. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all that capped honey. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. That looks great. And then this side as well. Absolutely amazing. Now it's not fully capped, which I also kind of expected that a little bit. It takes them a while to get enough wax to cap it, and also the flower bloom has just begun, so they're probably still filling out some of these. All the wildflowers have started blooming, and wildflowers make great tasting honey. And based on the look of the uncapped honey here, this looks like a very, very light honey, which is very good because light honey, in my opinion anyway, tastes way better. It's just sweeter and has a better honey flavor. And this side is almost completely capped. Look at that. And the hive here is actually being really, really gentle, which tells me that they have no problems right now, which is very good. I'm just going to take a look at one last frame. Oh boy. So this side looks great. This side, not as great. As you can see, they have some brood here, which that's not that good. As you may remember last week, or 2 weeks ago, we had this problem where entire frames, or at least half frames, had brood on them, and that's not good because I can't use these frames then for honey, or at least I can't use most of them. And more of the same problem here with brood. And another reason I really don't want brood is because it does this to the wax. It makes it dark, as you can see in that spot in the middle. And dark wax is not good for having honey in it, because that can mess with the flavor and stuff like that. So there's just a couple more frames that I want to check out. And then I actually had an idea for how I can get rid of this brood problem, the brood in the honey frames. It's a pretty simple way to get rid of it, but I think it just might work. Yep. Look at all that. Look at how they messed that all up. Oh, that's not good. Now, the good news is it looks like there's no new eggs laid in this, but you can tell it is all darkened and stuff, and that's not good. So, now it's time to test out my idea. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to do, but might as well try, right? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this honey super off and then put the other one, the lower or the upper honey super, in the position that this one was in, if that makes sense. Alright, so you remember how there was brood on the upper or the lower frames. Well, now I have these empty frames as the lower frames for the honey supers. And my goal with this is that they hopefully fill out these and then don't mess as much with the top ones, because the top ones look very good and I don't really want them to be putting brood on it or messing with them any more than they should be. So now, as you can see, the frames that have the honey on them are up higher, and like I said, my goal with this is so that they don't mess any more with these frames. They don't take as much from it, and they don't put brood on it. That's my goal. Of course, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't even know if it's going to work at all. In fact, some worries that I have with doing this is that they will start taking the honey from up here and moving it down. But that's just the main concern, and I don't know how realistic that is. But the pros, the benefits, are going to be amazing if this works out, because I will get even more honey because they'll fill out those lower ones, and I won't have any more brood on these frames up here. That's the hope, at least. And that's that. I just need to put the covers back on, and then I'm going to check on them I'm probably going to check on them again in just 1 week. And the reason for that is because I want to make sure that they aren't taking honey from these upper frames here and moving it down in the hive, or just like abandoning it, because that's not ideal. So to recap what I did with this hive, I checked on the honey frames and they are looking absolutely amazing. And then, in order to help production and also hopefully keep them from putting brood on the honey frames, is I switched the boxes. So the empty honey super is now below the full honey super. And the goal for this is to have them fill out that lower honey super quicker, and also to keep them from putting brood on the upper honey super. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments about beekeeping, be sure to put them in the comments. See ya.